Speaker recognizes Representative Hood.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. My amendment values that clean, accessible water is critical to human health and a healthy environment, poverty reduction, a sustainable economy, peace, and security. My amendment would ensure that this budget prioritizes the health of Michiganders by 1, addressing more contaminated sites that are leaking pollutants into our groundwater, and 2, ensuring no family goes without affordable water services in Michigan. I'll speak to the latter first. My amendment would increase much-needed access to clean tap water. Few rights are more essential to human health, yet more than 317,000 households in Michigan are at risk of water shutoffs. In developing countries, lack of water and poor sanitation is linked to 80% of diseases. So what happens in our developed country when people don't have access to clean water? Disease spreads. Research suggests a link between dehydration and susceptibility to COVID-19, and we can depend on our common sense to know that lack of access to water for hand washing means diseases spread. The CDC has stressed the importance of hand washing to prevent a large number of illnesses and diseases. My amendment also addresses the severe cuts to the contaminated site program. This is a huge problem in the House version of this budget. Currently, there are more than 24,000 contaminated sites across the state of Michigan. Only 2% are in active remediation and being cleaned up. Detroit, downriver communities, Flint, Lansing, Kalamazoo, Greater Grand Rapids, Muskegon, and more all have large clusters of contaminated sites that potentially expose residents to multiple toxins. The proposed budget cuts funding for the remediation of newly contaminated sites by $10 million. At this time, when we are still uncovering the extent of PFAS contamination and continuing to chip away at legacy contamination,
Representative, I've given you lots of leeway. You need to keep your comments focused to the amendment. Speaker recognizes Representative Hood.
My amendment would provide funding and resources for the identification, prioritization, remediation, and redevelopment of contaminated properties across the state. My amendment would hold accountable those responsible for that contamination. My amendment will help Michigan families to address water issues throughout the state. And it is a reminder that it is not only our constitutional duty to protect public health and natural resources, it's our moral duty as legislators to ensure every Michigander lives in a safe environment and has access to affordable drinking water. Now is the time to invest in these common sense measures to safeguard the health of all Michiganders. I urge support for my amendment. Thank you.